Peace and blessings, peace and blessings, peace and blessings. Today's random advice, I want to talk about paying debt off. The truth is, the paying off debt is there is no shortcut. Like, it didn't take you 2 years to pay to accumulate, $60,000, $70,000, for $80,000 worth of debt. It didn't take you that. It didn't take you 2 years. It took you 10, 15. So it might take you 10, 15 to pay it off. There is no paying it off in 4 years unless these things happen. If you take money out your 401k, if you get an inheritance, if you win the lottery, if you run into a big lump sum of money. Like, that's the truth. There is no short way of paying off debt. You can go bankrupt, but then that hurts your credit, but it stays on your credit for I think it's 7 years. It's a good time where your credit is really built back up. But 4 years really, if you want to just claim it all. But you can go bankrupt and you clear your debt. But really, it really takes. But if you don't want to take that route and you want to just pay back everything you owe, it just takes time. There's no shortcut around it. I had my debt. I think I had about $80,000 worth of debt, and $47,000 worth of that was credit card debt. And all my payments were on time. Like I said, you have great payment history, but they were your revolving debt is too high. And I was that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to get an installment loan to pay the credit cards off, so my revolving debt goes down. But they look at you as a risk factor, because pretty much revolving debt and installment debt are two different things. Revolving debt is your credit cards, meaning that I can swipe it down and pay it back up, so it keeps on going round and round and round. But installment debt is once you pay it down, you pay it down. There's no, it doesn't, you can't swipe it back up. You can't accumulate more. Your car note is revolving debt. Your mortgage payment is, your car note is an installment debt, and your mortgage payment is an installment debt. So that's what that means. So, but they were just I couldn't get anything. So I really had to do what Dave Ramsey says. The snowball effect is what you do is you pay the lowest debt you have down first. You pay that off, and then you take what you use to pay that off, and you pay down the next debt, the next lowest debt. Then you take what you use to pay that off, and you pay down the next lowest debt, and you pay down the next lowest debt. So, but that's the way to really do it. The snowball effect is to really do that and manage your money and become disciplined. So that's what it takes. It takes a mindset to pay off debt. There is no shortcut to paying off debt. They're gonna lie to you. They're going to try to put you in these debt relief programs. Don't do those. Debt relief programs are terrible. I'm telling you, they're terrible, because this is what happens. This is the truth. So let's say I'm with Navy Federal and I have $40,000 worth of debt, and then I have $30,000 worth of debt with Truist. They're gonna say, "Oh yeah, we're good with those. Yeah, so we always negotiate with those people." So pretty much they're gonna try to do is they're gonna say you owe $40,000 and your total monthly payments are $1,200. They'll say, "Oh, we'll negotiate that with them, and we'll get that $1,200 payment to $448, and ask you to do that for us for 48 months." So that's what they're gonna say. And sometimes, so what they're gonna tell you to do is they're gonna tell you stop paying your debt. They're gonna say let your debt just go into collection, and we're gonna negotiate with them. So you have to let your credit, which is probably not that great or a little okay, it's gonna sink even more. And then you're gonna go into the collection stage where it's you haven't paid anything. And then at the same time, your bank still has to say yes to the company. They still have to agree to these terms, because if they don't, guess what? You let your credit sink for no reason, and they didn't agree to those terms. So now you signed a contract with these guys that you have to pay them $448, but now you also have another $1,200 that you keep on paying. So it doubles your debt. So do not believe in debt relief. It takes a hit on your credit. It is a scam. It's a scam. That's why they push it so hard for. It's pretty much saying, "Oh yeah," and no disrespect. Oh yeah, you messed up. We can shorten that and do that. No, stop that. We got to take responsibility for what we did. We have to be responsible for accumulating the debt we did. No matter what reason, we still accumulated it. So yeah, it takes time, it takes patience, and it takes discipline. That's the only thing that pays off debt, and that's just how it goes. And unless a blessing happens, that's a true statement. And sometimes we get blessed, but yeah. So I would just say that, and they'll try to get you. So yeah, so you just have to take your time, and just pay it on time, and it takes time to be patient. So you can do it though. So that's all I want to say. So if you're thinking there's a shortcut, there's some easy way to pay off debt, no, you really got to take your time. Even if you have, so say like you have credit card debt, but say like, what I would do, like say if I have $40,000 of credit card debt, but then I have, let's say I got $30,000 worth of loans. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to pay one of those I'm trying to get my credit cards down to 20,000, right? Once I get that 20,000, I could probably take out another loan. I could take out a installment loan and pay that $20,000 off, and that will make my monthly payment for that $20,000 cheaper. So my credit card might be $442, but now my payment might be $200. So you know what I'm saying? So you just really have to, make smart moves and just be smarter with your funds and just start allocating the right way, and you can do it. Like I said, it's not going to be easy. Like it's not easy paying off debt, but it was fun running it up though. And that's what you got to take responsibility for. Because like I said, I was $80,000 worth of debt, and I had to take responsibility. And now I know how to manage my money. So it's just one of those things that you have to realize. It takes time and patience. Peace, love, and blessings.
Fruit is life. Fruit is life.